Hey everybody, you'll notice that this is a re-upload from my old channel. Very sorry about that. I've been dealing with food poisoning for the past few days, which has really knocked me out and has made it difficult to make proper videos. Very sorry about that. I am near the end of it, so I'm almost better, but still feeling a little weak. But anyway, so yeah, food poisoning sucks, but hopefully we'll be getting back to normal next week. So until then, please enjoy this video from my old channel. Again, very sorry about that, but yeah. Um, Food poisoning sucks, but re-uploads are okay. And ironically, this was filmed at another dog's house back in the day. I was taking care of Izzy at the time. May she rest in peace. But anyway, enough ramblings. Enjoy the old video, and again, hopefully we'll be back to normal next week.
Boring background, that's because I'm out of the house again. Because of you! So, let's talk about a killer car movie.
Watch it, Alan, I'm shooting.
Christine. Christine is another fantastic horror movie directed by John Carpenter. I love John Carpenter. He's without question one of my favorite directors, horror or otherwise. But this is a double whammy because John Carpenter is doing the film adaptation of the book Christine, written by Stephen King. Two horror icons coming together. The plot to Christine is one of those plots that when you hear it, it sounds like the movie would be goofy and stupid. But it's actually very good. You have this nerdy high school kid named Arnie. He's picked on by the typical bullies that you see in every Stephen King movie, and his parents basically run his life. One day while riding home from school with his buddy Dennis, he spots an old beat-up junker car, a 1958 Plymouth Fury, named Christine.
My asshole brother brought her back in September '57. That's when you got your new model year in September. Brand new she was. She had the smell of a brand new car. That's just about the finest smell in the world. Except maybe for pussy.
Even though everybody tells him not to buy it, he does, and he fixes it up. But it turns out that the car is alive. And it starts to fall in love with Arnie. Yes, it sounds like one of those movies you would watch with a bunch of friends and some beer and you would just riff the shit out of it. But it's actually a creepy, atmospheric horror movie.
Hey, you ain't mad, are you?
First of all, I find it funny that we have enough of these killer vehicle movies to make its own subgenre. Killdozer, The Car, I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle, yes, that actually exists, and Maximum Overdrive, which was written and directed by Stephen King. What's with King and killer vehicles? Christine has Carpenter's usual flair, plus he did the music for it, so you know the movie's gonna have a good score. But going into this movie, you wonder how a movie about a car being alive can be scary. It doesn't go the Knight Rider route. The car doesn't talk or anything like that. It's a subtle build-up to show that the car is alive. Christine shows her emotion through songs on the radio, and then shit goes down. The relationship between man and car is very interesting. Arnie becomes more confident because of Christine. He goes from this shy, wimpy nerd to this bad boy greaser character. And as he becomes more obsessed with Christine, Christine becomes more obsessed with him. It gets to the point where Christine is willing to kill for Arnie, and Arnie just becomes completely attached to Christine.
Okay. Show me.
It's an interesting look in how people can become so obsessed with machines. You don't believe me? How many of you have one of these, and how many of you can't live without it? Don't lie, all of you put your hands up. When I see people texting while riding their bikes, there's a problem. The movie is another example of why we should really appreciate practical effects. Christine has the ability to reform after she's wrecked. John Carpenter got 24 cars to play Christine. For the scenes where the car reformed itself, the effects crew got some hydraulic clamps that crumpled the car inward. Carpenter filmed these scenes with the camera upside down and then flipped it in editing. This made the car look like it was fixing itself. Also, the scenes where the car is on fire. Stunt coordinator Terry Leonard was actually in the car wearing a fire suit and an oxygen mask and driving it while it was on fire. That scene where the car is chasing that guy down while on fire, it's so intense. There isn't much blood in the movie, and the death scenes are more suggested, but they're still so brutal even though you don't see any blood. We all have our list of movies that we recommend to people just getting into the horror genre, and Christine is one of the movies on my list. It's a perfect gateway movie. The atmosphere is creepy, the violence isn't that graphic, so it won't turn people off who have yet to see the gorier side of horror, but it still has plenty of scary scenes and images. Stephen King fans and John Carpenter fans have probably already seen this movie, but if you haven't, go give it a watch. Even if you have seen Christine, go watch it again, it's a great movie. Now let me ask you, have you seen Christine? What do you think of it? And what movies would you recommend to people just getting into horror? This is your buddy Justin, here to remind you that the Grindhouse will never die. So what did you think of Christine? Yeah, that's right, I forgot, you're a Cujo fan.